Good morning. Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. I'm Joe. That's Joe. This is good coffee. I'm down to my last little bit of Blackbeard's Delight from Black Rifle Coffee. I will probably be stopping at Eubora today, picking up a couple bags of Rwanda. That's good coffee. And then it's onward to, well, I'll probably go to work and do that this afternoon. Yeah, looks like a rainy day. It's been raining most of the night. I was supposed to wash the sides of my house this weekend, but weather kind of precluded us from doing that. It was surprisingly cool this weekend. When I go to my brother's house, we sit outside in his, he has kind of a little sitting area attached to his garage, and he actually had to turn on the patio heater. It's May. So weather was a little bit topsy-turvy this weekend. I had a good weekend. Didn't get a lot done. Got a lot done at my brother's house. Helped him get his business on track, I hope. You can never tell, and this is kind of a strenuous time on the economy. But we have to keep on keeping on. We have to keep on moving on with life. This is, what is the old Chinese curse? We're living in interesting times. So we have to continue going on. Still seeing a lot of divisiveness within the social communities that I partake in. See a lot of the left yelling out about how the right's messed up, a lot on the right yelling out about how the left's messed up. Whole lot of nothing is what it comes down to. Just a whole lot of nothing. Let's move forward. Let's go to the next level of freedom. I know that how the left and the right are very upset that the Jeffrey Epstein list has not been released. I'm amongst, I am one of those people who's upset about that. The Attorney General said that the videos have to be reviewed. Look, it's been long enough. This is obviously just not gonna happen. It's just, there's so much corruption that this is just going to be swept under the rug. Yeah, it's delicious coffee. So, I don't think that we'll ever see the list. The JFK files were released. There was nothing in them of significance. Almost immediately, the conspiracy theorists started with the "this isn't all the files," etc., etc. I don't know. What I do know is we have to keep going. We have to keep on doing our best as individuals. And perhaps one day we'll have some leadership that will take us to the next level of freedom. Allow us to be all the people that we want to be, do the things that we want to do. So far, that's not happened. A lot of people hate Trump. I don't care. I think he's a miserable human being. I don't think that he is following through on a lot of his promises. I think he is following through on some of his promises. He stopped the illegal immigration at the border. He stopped it almost completely. A lot of people are trying to give that credit to the previous administration, but the numbers don't prove that out. I have very mixed emotions about that. I've talked about that. I think that if any one of us were trapped in a horrible situation in Mexico, we would be doing everything we could to get across the border to a better life for ourselves and our families. So, that being said, I also think that there's a legal way to do it. And we should really encourage people to do it the legal way. We should not have to tank our own economy to help other people. We should be able to do both. But to do that, we have to do it in a very organized fashion. We can't just open the floodgates and let everybody in. That doesn't work. That turns our economy upside down. Well, it's Monday, and I am rambling hard today. I am all over the place. I'm going to hit all the topics, I guess. So I figured out what's wrong with my audio. I have ordered the part. It will be here on Friday. The wife says that I must use the office as a studio, that I have everything I need. We'll see. See what I got. See what I can do. I don't know. Had a very long conversation with the wife. I hope everybody enjoyed that very much. That was a lot of fun for me to do. Of course, she's the person I care the most about in this world. I really enjoyed the conversation that we had. I think that the silly questions and the serious questions kind of led to a good conversation. Next up, I got another friend I'm gonna have a conversation with. I was calling it interviews. I don't think I want to call it interviews because I think interviews are, I don't know. I mean, really, they're legacy media centric, and that's definitely not where I'm trying to go. So I have another friend I'm going to have a conversation with. I've just got to get them over. I also have the ability to do conversations via phone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. It shouldn't be very difficult to do, but I do like being able to look someone in the eye when I'm having a conversation, an extended, deeper conversation. And I know that the conversation the wife and I had deep moments and had very, very light moments. And as you could tell by the conversation, we do enjoy laughing. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the high-end audio with video this time around. Had nothing to do with her not wanting to be on video. It was just, I'm not technologically prepared to do it at the moment. Working on it. Friday. Hopefully Friday. There's a test. I think it's called, and I'm sure that the wife is going to, Emma's going to remind me what it actually is called. I think it's the world's smallest political test. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll get it. And I've taken it a few times, and I took it again, I think in the last couple weeks, and I always end up back as libertarian. I always do. I do have very strong conservative values, very strong conservative leanings. In the true sense of the word conservative, not in the I'm a Republican sense, in the true sense, in the sense of the founding fathers conservative. Everything should be decided upon with liberty and freedom in mind. Everything, politically, in life, everything should be decided that way. Which is ironic considering I live in an HOA. But I chose to live in an HOA. I had the freedom to choose any place, and I chose to live in an HOA, which one day we'll have a discussion about the HOA. I have someone in mind for that as well. This is not a podcast that is news-centric, political-centric, HOA-centric, cat-centric. It's just a podcast about me trying to wake the hell up and get to work. Maybe one day it'll be about me waking up and not getting to work, doing that whole retirement thing. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Today is Monday. It's been raining all night. It still looks pretty miserable out there. Traffic's always a little rough on Mondays anyway. And throw in the bad weather. Oh, there's something. There's a county near us, Richmond County. It's the Augusta, Georgia county. They have put out a poster. Evidently, there were a few traffic deaths over the last couple weeks. And they put out a poster that says that they are oftentimes asked for a warning when they pull people over. Essentially, what the poster said was traffic fatalities and accidents and speeders have been so atrocious lately that this poster should be considered your warning. In other words, I believe what they were trying to intimate was, if we pull you over, you're getting a ticket, so slow the hell down. I don't do the speed limit. I, on the regular, do 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Mostly because I know that's what we can get away with. Today, and for the rest of the week, I will definitely be backing it up to the speed limit. It upsets a lot of people when you get behind someone that is doing the speed limit. But, I mean, the county gave us fair warning. I travel through this county 4 times a day. So they've given us fair warning. They're going to be very, very strict. So I hope that everybody around me takes that to heed. Maybe leave a little bit early. Maybe leave an extra 10 minutes early. I always try to get to work 15 minutes early. They don't like us to clock in earlier than 15 minutes early. I usually clock in now about 5 minutes early. I don't ever want to be accused of stealing from the company. It's not who I am. It's not who I want to be. It's not something I want to do. I want to earn. I want to deserve what I earn, and I want to earn the money that I'm paid by the week. That's money that I can walk away, hold my head high, and say, it's my money. So I leave early. I get to work a little bit early. I get to chill out in the car, get my head on straight, get ready for work. Didn't used to do that. Hasn't always been that way. There was a time I worked in a factory where I would leave and I would get to work, and I mean, there were days I would clock in right on the top of the hour. And it was always a rush. But in most of my jobs, I actually didn't have a clock. I didn't punch in. But I ended up with this one. And this one has definitely got a time clock, and I definitely have turned a new leaf over ever since I've come to this company. I mean, I was never... When I say I punched in at the top of the hours a lot of times, I was very young. I'm talking about 23, 24 years old. I haven't done that in decades. But this is something I think that we forget. I mean, there's a saying, if you're not early, you're late. In other words, don't be right on time. Be early. Might be something going on. And I try to do that. my previous employer, we weren't clocking in, but I was almost always early, simply for the fact that, and that was an early morning job also. Twice a week I would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get to that job. The rest of the week it was fairly 5 and 6 o'clock. This job, Mondays are 8 and the rest of the week is 9. It's an interesting thing, this job. I've never had a job where I could go in that late in the morning. This is the Rambling with Joe part. Look, it's Monday. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. I hope you have a great cup of coffee. I got nothing else. So, I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, ciao.